Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and it is time again for the hashtag 50 Stack Challenge 2. If you're not familiar with this challenge, it is a prompt assignment challenge. So every week I draw 2 prompts out of the bag. It's actually 1 prompt, but it has 2 items on it that are opposites. And then you make 1 piece of ephemera for each of the opposites. So for example, last week we had apart was 29 and 30 was together. So I have apart is this, sorry, I'm really close. This glassine bag with just a tag inside with a little boy that says, I miss you. So that's my version of apart. And then together is these 2. Aren't they adorable? He's giving her a smooch, and it says all you need is love. So that is my apart and together. And so you can see I draw 1 thing, and there's 2 words on there, and those are your prompts. And that's all you have to worry about is the prompt. You can use any kind of substrate you want, and you don't even have to use the same one that I did that week. You can use a tag, you can use a guest check, you can use an envelope, you can use a bag, whatever. You can just make a collage on a piece of paper. You can do a painting. I mean, whatever. The only thing is just use the prompt. That's it. It's really meant to build your ephemera if you're a journal maker. But if you're doing some other type of art, you can do that too. It doesn't matter. All right. And I'm going to draw out of my bag. I just have a bunch of those little strips of paper in there. They're getting fewer and fewer though, because we're getting closer and closer to the end. So this one is even and odd. So we are on 31 is even. Need a writing utensil. Number 31 is even. Number 32 is odd. So just make 1 piece of ephemera or whatever with even and 1 with something that represents odd. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, I am back with even and odd. So for even, we are going to do 2 people. These are my 2 people. Mom and baby. I thought how perfect for Mother's Day coming up. So I'm going to ink this, and then I'll show you what we're up to. And these are images, again, out of those books that I have. With all the old vintage images. But like I've said lots of times, you can probably find similar things on the internet or Etsy, or you can get those books, not all of them anymore though, on Amazon. So, but you can find other what would you call it, like if you go to Amazon and you search for vintage image ephemera or something like that, you'll probably find things that you can use. So I'm going to actually back behind this just because I want a little bit of color, not like a ton of color, but a little bit of color. This is my Alaska wallpaper, so I'm just going to glue this to there. And I know I just inked it, but I always like my edges inked, so it's fine. Regardless. And I just cut these with my, I think, what is it, Creative Memories or whatever, those plastic oval, they're old, like probably 20 years old. So I don't even know if they make them anymore, but you just need some kind of cutting. You can use a Big Shot. I know they have loads of different dies, like for circles or whatever shape you want. Mine are old, but I don't see a reason to buy more when I have those. Like I always say, just use what you got, because there's no point in buying more when it already cuts or does whatever you want it to. You could also, of course, if you have something you can trace or whatever, like if you want to do circles or just something different I'm going to make here. Sorry, I'm not real, I probably should have cut this with the cutter, and I don't have a mat for on here, so I only have my great big mat, and I can't fit it on here anymore with all the stuffs. That's what fast forward buttons are for, right? Okay, so there's that, just to give me a little bit of color in my background is all I wanted, and most of it will get covered, but that's okay. And these are going to be kind of quick because they're not super complicated. Need something to glue on. My husband's been in here cutting a really cute little garden box for my daughter. She needed it for one of her classes, so she sent the file and all that, and he just got it all cut out on the Glowforge for her. It's cute. So she'll put that together this weekend when she comes home. I don't know if my son's going to come now or not. He wasn't feeling good, and my husband's been sick too, so they somehow, although they're very far apart, got a very similar bug. All right, so then what we're going to do is put another one of these and just glue around the edge, and we're going to turn this into a pocket. So I'm just going to put a thumb notch over here, which I know is kind of weird because it's an oval, but that's what we're going to do. And we'll just go on there. We'll need to ink that a little bit. Yeesh. And then I just thought this would be fun too. Then you can glue it down to a page. And what a simple little pocket you will have. But, you know, they look really neat, like in the center of a large page like that. Like a kind of the average size journal. 8.5 by 11 folded in half, you know. Pages. My little glue eraser. And then what I'm going to do, because I want to put in kind of an oval sort of a tag to go in here, and it is quite a bit smaller because of the whole having to be able to slide it in and out, right? So I'm probably just going to glue kind of from the top around to the bottom. You don't want to come down on these sides because you won't be able to get it in and out of there, if you see what I'm saying. I guess I could have made the oval that goes in it a little bit bigger, but I just wanted to make sure it would fit, because that's not fun when you go through all of that and then it doesn't fit. So just kind of do like this, I think will work. And I didn't get this idea from anywhere. I mean, like I have said a million times, I'm sure somebody has done something similar. But just playing around with my shapes. Well, and when I cut this little pair of people out, I was like, oh, it would be a pretty oval. So that's what I did. All right, so there's my little pocket, and that'll get glued right down to the page, and then you'll just have this to slide in and out like that. So then we're going to decorate that too. And I'm just going to sort of do the same thing. I'm going to glue this piece of paper. This is a scrap. I think it's antique papery. And I'm not even sure if she still has a shop on Etsy, but that's where I got it. It's been a long time since I've been over there, so I don't know. But I just have all these scraps in files and have digitals from the 6 years that I've been doing this. So I'm trying to kind of go through those and try to get some stuff used up. I think she still is around, but I just don't know, so I can't say for certain. And those erasers you can get on Amazon. Sometimes you can find them at the dollar store. They're pretty available. You can probably even get them at like Hobby Lobby or Michael's or wherever in the world you like to shop. If you don't like a place, don't go there. Be amazed at how many people tell me, I don't shop there, I don't like them. Like they don't want me to talk about it. It's like, well, I'm just saying, wherever you go to buy your craft supplies. Not aiming to offend anybody, just crafting. It's finally sunshiny today. It was cold, cold, cold this morning. But with the sun, it's warmed up pretty nice. So yay. I will take it. Pretty. I like that. And I'm not saving the scraps. I'm getting tired of the scraps. So then this is just on cream cardstock, so super easy to just pop in that pocket and you can write on the back. And this little rose was with that image. It was on the bottom of the page. So I thought I would go ahead and make it part of it. So we have our even number of people, and then our odd is going to be 1 baby. And we're going to do a different shape pocket. This does blend into the background a little bit, but I just like it. It looks very antique-y. And then this was just a little label I had. I don't even know where I got it, but I just put a little sticker on there. It's not totally the right time period, but that's fine. It says Little Dreamer. It was more for color. Okay, so that'll go right in there, and then it can easily be pulled out. I like how there's this little tear right here in the paper. So there is even. And then for odd, we're going to do a circle. A little bit different, but a circle no less. So what I'm going to do, I have seen these kind of pockets done by lots of people, but they're circles, and usually you put the other, you start with 2 circles, you cut one in half, and you usually put the half pocket on the front. I'm going to put the half pocket on the back instead. So this one you wouldn't glue down onto the page. You'd want it more as something you pop into a pocket. So we will get going on that. I'm still going to ink around this, even though we are going to put stuff on this as well. Isn't that baby so cute? Okay, and this one I think I'm going to do a little kind of collage on there, and then we'll just trim around just like we did with the other. Just for color's sake. What did I do with my tear ruler? Well, I guess we're going to use a different one. I'm going to use, this might be the piece. Oh, I think I'm using this one on the inside. Ooh, glad I realized that. So we'll use a different piece. And some of these may not be long enough or whatever. We'll just keep adding little bits so I can use up some of the bits. I guess that torn edge isn't a whole lot different than the straight edge, huh? And I am going to ink them because I like them that way. Yeah, so I'm a little sad, but I don't want my son driving if he doesn't feel good. So, I get it. Happens to all of us. He may, I don't know. He hasn't said, so. I want some writing. I'm not going to worry about the center a whole lot because it's going to get covered with this cutie patootie. I'll just put that down there like that. Pasha's crashed out in a sunbeam right over here on the floor. He was sleeping on my daughter's bed. He woke up and came in here and then fell asleep in the sunbeam. It's a rough life, right? Tradesies is what I'd like to say to that. Tradesies. I think I'm just envious of the sleep. Have a good life. Just don't get a lot of sleep, that's all. Somebody was asking me about that. And when do you sleep? It's like, I don't a whole lot. I'd like to. But busy brain. And my husband only sleeps about 6 hours, I guess, 5 or 6 hours a night. And therefore, I don't get a lot of sleep, but and my brain never shuts up, so it's a bad combo. Some polka dots would be cute. I used to sleep a lot more, but as I've gotten older, I don't sleep as much. Okay, so yes, it's a hot mess, but I think it will look okay once it's all... Now I'm going to get my scissors all sticky, and I'll have to alcohol, clean them, rubbing alcohol. Not the smartest way to do this in the world, I'm going to say. I'm going to cut the circle and mess it up, and I just did. So what are you guys all working on right now? Anything exciting? Are you working on spring journals? Or some people have said they're working on entirely bonkers journals. And don't forget to use the hashtag entirely bonkers, because I'd love to see it if you post. If you don't, no worries. I get it. I probably wouldn't at all if I didn't do this for a living. I would probably stay clear of social media. But I do enjoy talking to you guys. Okay. So that It's like that, and we'll put that in the middle, and see, that'll be cute. I like it. So another thing you could do is make collage master boards and then cut them into circles or ovals or whatever you like and make some cute little pockets and things. So we're going to do this, not the same thing with this, because we're going to cut this one in half. Like I'm a cutter. Which will be interesting. Actually, you know what? I think I'm just going to use my scissors. Which might be a bad idea too. But we're going to try. We're going to try. Sometimes I cut it just a hair bigger than half. Just because I like it like that. Okay. And this is going to go on the back. I might... Oh, I can't turn it, huh? To cover up my gloppy, messy, inky... thing. And you can keep your other half and make another one if you so choose. And then we're going to put something on these. That's not the right color. It's too pink. I need more of that peachy pink. Where's my... Oh, there it is. I'm going to glue this onto here so I can use some of this. So we're going to glue those roses on there. So this is the card that's going to go on the inside. In the little pocket. How's that? I'm going to come as far down to the bottom as I can to maximize the use. While I'm at it, I may just put this one right on here. Let's just do that. It will be very matchy, but that's okay. I know, Pasha. I'm just doing videos right now, dude. Go see Dad. He's rubbing on my legs. Like, Mom. Pet me. Right this minute. My son doesn't come this weekend. He probably won't come home till he's home for the summer, which isn't too far off. We're going to go pick him up in May, middle of May. Simply because he's got too much stuff just to bring in his car. Kind of happens like that. Every time he comes home, he takes something else up there with him. So now he's got... Because we moved him up there, the two of us, Theron and I, went up to take him in the first place, and then I flew back. So we got all the stuff up there in one shot, but it's another story now. Okay. So the little circle pockets are fun, and I forget about them all the time. But when I was doing that oval one, I was like, well, how am I going to do the baby? And I was like, oh, a circle would work. And like I said, those pockets, generally you put the half pocket on the front, and then you can glue it to your page, and they're super cute like that. Especially like in Christmas journals, because you can make them kind of look like Christmas ornaments. So those are super fun. But I decided this one I'm going to do on the back. I feel like I need something else on here too. Oh, brother. Maybe I'll just ink it some more, since it'll have the card in there. Sorry, I'm really up close with once I start sticking my big fat hands up there to ink. And I suppose you could write a little something on there too. Okay, let's figure out which end's up here. That is one tricky thing. You got to kind of... Otherwise, you're going to have a real awkward pocket. I didn't get that very centered either. And then this will go in here. Okay, so let's get that glued. Try anyway. I don't want to move it because I had it on there so good. Oops. Hopefully you're capable of keeping your hands straight. I'm not. No control over that whole trimmer. Okay. And I mean, you could add a million things. You can add lace. You can do anything you want. But see, so that, and then you can just pop it into a pocket in a journal. And I think that is real cute. And like I said, this one I would glue down onto the page. So we have 2 people for even and 1 cutie for odd. Oh, I have this little ticket too from my porch prints. I thought would be cute. Let's do the teddy bear showing like that. Okay. And this is wanting to curl up a little bit, but once it's in a journal for a while, it'll be fine. But even 2, 1 odd. All right. Oh, it'd help if you guys could see them, huh? I hope I didn't do that the whole time. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and we will chat again soon. Love you guys. Bye.